And we're live. How you doing, Adam?
Hey, very good, thanks. How you doing, JJ?
Pretty good, pretty good. So where are we, and what are we doing?
Okay, so where are we? I'm currently in my living room. I think you are as well. And what we're doing today is playing with Jenkins-X. And basically, the last time we tried to stream this, it was an absolute nightmare. We had issues with Minikube, and because of those issues, we were royally dead in the water.
Mhm.
Fixed those issues. Basically, I did a brew install VirtualBox all over again. And now I have a working Minikube cluster. I have the latest version of Jenkins-X3, which is in alpha. So if this breaks, I won't be surprised. If it works, it'll be great. And I basically want to try and get to Tecton through Jenkins-X as soon as possible on
Mhm.
my Mac. That's where we are. What do you think about that, JJ?
That sounds great, but before we go any farther, who are you?
Who am I? So I'm Adam Roberts. I work at IBM as a software engineer. I have a talk at CDCon in a couple of weeks' time. Please check it out. I work on Tecton, Herz's latest secret project. I've worked on Apache Spark, Node.js, microclimate, GPUs for Java, various offerings in the past. And right now I'm on, secret project at IBM. Who are
Nice.
you, though?
Yeah, hi. I'm JJ. I'm a developer advocate for the IBM Cloud, and I'm helping Adam tell this story via streaming, and we're having some fun, which is all that really matters, right?
It is. That's all that matters. If you make some progress as well, that would be great.
Yeah, there you go. So let me go ahead and flip it over from us talking to showing off your desktop.
Yep.
You might
Okay.
want to make your text just a little bit bigger before I flip it over.
How's this?
I think that looks better. Let's find out.
That's
Uh,
huge to me. That's like size 72. How's that looking?
uh, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think that does.
Only pretty good?
Oh no, no,
Okay.
no! Actually, I was looking at the wrong screen. That looks the looking in the stream. The stream looks
That
much
should be
better.
massive. All
Awesome.
right. Should we get going?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Jenkins-X. Basically, there are two development versions going on. There's Jenkins-X2, Jenkins-X3. Now, apparently, Jenkins-X3 on Minikube just might work. So what I've done already is I've set up my Minikube cluster. So
Mhm.
if I were to do Minikube status, it says my Minikube Kubernetes cluster is active and healthy, which is great.
Mhm.
I'm currently pointing at it, so my Kubernetes context is Minikube.
Mhm.
If I was to do kubectl cluster-info, KCI for short, it would tell me I'm pointing to Minikube, and I've got basically nothing deployed. So I have Minikube, and I have Jenkins-X's CLI at
Mhm.
version 3. So version 3 is meant to work great on Minikube. It's this new modular design, and you can do some cool things with it, apparently. That's where I got up to.
Already,
Basically, go
wait,
ahead.
hold on. I already have a question.
Yep,
Um, Being that you just proved that you had nothing up your sleeves,
yep,
if you go back to it, you are already talking to the default namespace.
yep.
When using Jenkins X, do we talk to the default namespace or do we create our own namespace for it?
I got no idea. I
Oh,
think each team might have their own namespace,
okay.
and you do real GitHub stuff. But I've not developed for Jenkins in 2 years, so I may be wrong.
Okay.
I'll be surprised if you use a default namespace, though.
Yeah, I would be too. I would be
Yeah,
too.
so I think we're gonna see where we get to. Now, what I've done already, folks, is I've done these steps. I've already done the getting Jenkins X3 alpha. So
Hmm.
I've got the Jenkins X3 CLI. That's the binary you can see here. And infrastructure, I basically did this to get Minikube on my laptop. So I ran through these steps, and it involves starting up Minikube. You set up a little Git repository from a template, and basically it stores some GitOps configuration. And then you basically, it says set up webhooks with Ngrok. I will not be doing any of this. As an IBM laptop, I think I'm not allowed to.
Hmm.
I think it's blocked. So I'm going to try and skip the webhooks and just do manual build in Jenkins-X with Tecton with this template repo. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I had to do this weird step here. I had to set my domain to be my Minikube IP address. So if I were to echo $domain, that's my Minikube IP
Mhm.
with .nip.io, which does some weird DNS resolution magic. So I've got no idea if this will work or not. I'm basically following the Jenkins X3 instructions. If it works, that would be great. So I did not do this, didn't do this, didn't do that, and I probably need to do this. I need to push these changes somewhere. So if I do get status, let me just remove some junk added. Get status is that I'm pointing at my template repository. I don't know if it's got code in there that's going to be, a Node application or a Go application. I think it's just full of like
Configuration files.
stuff. Yeah, like miscellaneous infrastructure things. So
Can
I'm
you
gonna push
can you bring up that jx.requirements.yaml real quick? I'm curious to see that.
sure. So it's currently got this stuff in.
Yeah, this is all just configuration stuff.
Yeah, and it's like for Jenkins-X itself, it's not like an app that I'm going to build. So I'm just going to do this push. I'm going to call it config for Minikube. And then, let's just get push origin master. So I basically configured it to use my IP address. And if I show you the latest commit, you can see what actually got changed. So let's look at that. So it should be a new domain. Let's see what else has changed. It's added some stuff, some documentation, requirements. It added this IP address, and it added some more config. Dev and staging got added, so that might be useful. And yeah, that's cool, I guess. And then this bit, we're going to install the Git operator. So it says here it uses the Git operator to install and upgrade Jenkins-X and anything else in my environment. So I don't think I've got Jenkins-X installed in Kubernetes, like as actual pods. Okay, look, see, I don't. I've got Minikube, but no Jenkins-X pods. So I think you need Minikube or a Kubernetes cluster that supports Jenkins-X binary and then Jenkins-X itself. And I think this step installs Jenkins-X itself. I think. So to install it, I need a pipeline user and token. Okay. I can start webhooks manually if I wanted to. Okay. And I can install the operator using JX admin operator. So if I did it on its own, I'm going to tell you something. I already installed the operator earlier to test it all works. It didn't work because of my networking configuration. I basically had in this resolve.conf an entry for name server that was on the IBM network, and I wasn't on the IBM network. So when I tried to install the operator, it tried to get first to the IBM network and then to github.com, and it always timed out because I wasn't on the VPN, the IBM network. I'm now on the IBM network. In that file here, it says use the IBM network, and thus I can install the operator. So basically, I was like in this channel here saying, "Hey, folks, what's going on? Help!" And the community of Jenkins-X is very helpful. They gave me some pointers. I figured it out, but thanks to James's suggestion to reduce the timeout period, I got a better error message. I got this message here, and it told me that the 9 address was being used. That 9 address is what I've used for the IBM network. So good community. They helped me out. And I can now install plugins and therefore operators. And it says that I need an operator, so that'll be in the FAQ eventually for Jenkins-X. So I've already done this step, folks. I've done the operator install, and then it says, I'll tell you what, it looks like this here. First of all, would install it if you don't have it already, and then get to use it. That's my guess.
Yeah.
So if I do that command now, so git clone URL is Adam Cool. So it must have figured that out because I'm in that folder already. If I were to go to a different folder, and then do an operator. Okay, try to install Helm. Okay, cool. Don't really want Helm yet, but it's context aware. So
Does it
that's
actually say in that doc to do this from your directory? I
I
didn't
think
actually
so.
see
Yeah,
that. Did
yeah,
it?
yeah. Inside the Git clone. Yeah.
Oh, yep,
So,
my bad. My bad.
yeah. So we do it in here. So now it says enter bot username. Okay, I'm gonna no, I'm gonna do it myself.
Well, I was gonna say do the question mark for help.
Oh, true. You're right. Let's do the question mark. Right.
Oh,
It synchronizes it into the cluster. Oh, okay, into the cluster. Okay, cool. Enter the bot git username. I'm gonna put my own name in,
mm-hmm.
and now it wants a token.
Oh, let me put some secrets up. Hang on.
Well, okay. I think it's already in my copy, but okay.
Okay, well, the secrets are up for now if you want to click on that link.
Okay, but secrets can go away, I think.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to
I my
trying to hit
go
the
ahead.
button when I can. Trying to hit the button when I can.
Hit the what?
The button when I was trying. Anyway, I was trying to make a joke. Didn't work.
I was too busy looking at the screen to make sure my token wasn't being printed anywhere. Thankfully, they do star it out. So, good. So what this is doing is, well, let's read it. Adding a missing Helm repo, adds the Helm repo, and then runs a Helm install of JX3 JX operator. Where's that coming from? Is that a Helm chart in this repo by any chance?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Chart
Charts. Yep.
JX. It's not in the same place though. JX3. Hold on. It added it. It added Jenkins-X's Helm chart from this place. They called that chart repo JX3. Then they did a Helm install of JX Git operator from JX3 into the JX namespace. And I'm guessing they've called the release JX Go. So if this works, I can do a Helm list, and JX Go should pop up in the JX Go namespace. And then I guess, do I have Jenkins-X then?
I'm assuming you do.
It says it will use Helm to install the operator, which will trigger a job to install Jenkins-X. Okay, cool. So I'm not a patient man. I don't like watching things do nothing. So while that happens, I'm going to do a qttl get pods -w. No, I want all namespaces, don't I? I'm not sure where it's actually going. So what's going on? Okay, JX is being created. Cool.
Nice.
So if I do kgetpod -njx -w, I can basically watch that container because I use -w for watch. If its status changes, I'll see something happen. Now, again, because I'm not a patient man, why don't we get the logs for those? So if I were to do a kubectl get pods -njx, I think this is still creating. Here it is. We're going to get a logs on this. So if I do klogs at pod -njx, let's see if it's complained yet.
Yeah, something.
Because I think it's still going on. Okay, it's still container creating. Have I got Helm though? Is that going to install Helm for me?
Do a describe on that.
Yeah, I'll do I have this aliased, so I'll do kdescribe pod. Pulling gimmick. Okay, it's pulling something presumably quite big. I do believe, if memory serves correctly, when I was looking at this earlier on JX's GitHub, I think someone complained saying your image size is quite large. I think I was looking for my timeout issue. I think I saw someone complain. So JXCI image size is huge. 2.8 gig.
What? What?
Is it? So folks, I'm still pulling, I think. If I do Docker images, I remember with Minikube, you've got to do some weird like Docker eval command to make it point to your Minikube Docker registry. So Docker images may be misleading. This may be my real Docker images, not Minikube's images. But if I do a Docker images pipe grep JX maybe,
No.
yeah. I think it's because you have to do that Minikube Docker eval command.
Yeah, it's inside a Minikube, so you have to break in the
Yeah.
Minikube to figure out the images.
It's something like this. I've not used it in 3 years, I think, Minikube. So let's do eval Minikube Docker env. Right. So we'll do that. Didn't even press copy. There we go. That's better. If I do Docker images just on its own, I want to see if I'm pulling things.
Now grep for JX.
Yep. I don't see it actually, JJ. My eyes are usually quite observant, and I don't see it.
That's not good.
Well, maybe if it's not on your system yet, it's not in Docker images.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Maybe. So if I was to describe on that pod again, let's see if it's still pulling. Okay, it is still pulling. For nearly 5 minutes.
You have to pull this from the other side of the world.
Maybe. Oh, and that's there's a progress bar.
Put that issue in.
In Kubernetes, yeah. But again, it's updating a field, I guess, which is just events. So yeah, we have to put a progress bar.
On that issue that it says this image is way too big, you should say also a progress bar would be really nice to have too.
Yeah, but I wonder where the progress bar would go. Oh well, wait, on the command over here.
Yep, that's not our problem, right? Like just to say, hey, this as a UX experience.
I genuinely might come back to this issue and say, yeah, folks, it's indeed too big. What's going on?
This is ridiculous.
That's so big. So if I go to Jenkins-X over here, I wonder why it's so big. I wonder if I can find a Docker file. If I go to file, Docker file, okay, it's probably folder. See what it does. So it's from JX CLI base.
I gotta go find that now.
Yeah, and I've got to find Jenkins-X IO JX CLI base. I wonder if that's under. There's various repos under the Jenkins-X umbrella. And I remember Jenkins-X platform being like quite important. I wonder if that's got a Docker file in it. It doesn't. Hey folks, so yeah, I'm still pulling the image for the operator. Oh, it's a Git operator though, isn't it? So
There's got to be a repo called
maybe if I do a search, if I do a search for JX Git operator. Okay, one repo result, a simple operator. Maybe simple, but it's not small.
That's 10 gigs big.
Yeah. So it's from that point. Oh, it's so big.
Here, change that. Go back quick. Go back.
Yeah.
Change from Git operator to Git base. Or CLI base. See if that's an actual repo.
JX CLI base.
Yeah, see if that's a real repo. Oops.
Hey, it's not. But then again, I mean, it's it from the org. So JX CLI base. JX CLI base image. This could be the one. From CentOS 7. That's where it builds. This will be a multi-stage Docker file. Terraform, and then from Golang 113. Wow, this is quite a sophisticated Docker file, isn't it?
It really is. Jesus.
Okay, so we do loads of things.
I bet it's the Google SDK. That's probably the problem. That thing's huge, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they're putting Google SDK Slim in there. I wonder how slim it is. If I go to Docker Hub and do a
7 gigs. 7 gigs.
7?
No, I'm kidding.
That's 8 gigs too many. Let's see. That's still pulling, by the way, folks. One day it'll come. So if I go to tags, let's see how big this slim one is. Slim is 336 meg. Maybe that's not the big whomper that's taking up all the room.
Then would it be the Go one?
Yeah, maybe. So it was Golang 113, I believe. Let's see how big that is.
Isn't that an old version of Go also?
Sorry?
Isn't that 113 a pretty old version of Go?
Yeah, I'm on 113 personally. So let's see, 113. It's off the page into oblivion. Either way, it's probably only about 100 meg, given that 115 and 114 about that.
Okay.
I am still pulling, by the way, everybody.
Hmm.
It's been, I did my describe pod again. In 9 minutes of pulling. Imagine if I had a broadband plan that was capped at like 1 gig a month. I'd be royally doomed.
Yeah, that would be like that's a non-starter, right? Like
It'd be my own fault for having a work environment with very low requirements, but it wouldn't be very good, would it? So they go and get KPI. They go and get various things. Once we get this image, I'm going to dive in there straight away. I'm going to put my diving costume on, put some rubber gloves on, do a Docker exec into the thing. I reckon just have a look around because it's massive.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole.
I might even ask.
It's a whole operating system.
What I might do. I could even ask in Jenkins-X user and just say, "Hi, James. Why is it so big?" So this is where people hang out for Jenkins-X, by the way. So this is the Kubernetes official Slack channel, kubernetes.slack.com, and there's a Jenkins-X user channel and Jenkins-X dev. This is where you can ask questions about, if you're a contributor, you might use this channel. If you're a user like myself now, you might use this channel. So, there's plenty of people in here. Nearly 3,000 folks in Jenkins-X user, and Jenkins-X dev has over 1,000. So again, that's the Slack channel if you want help with Jenkins-X, I believe. So 11 minutes. Bit pulled yet? So pulled. Well, talk amongst yourself, I guess, everybody.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole story, right? Like we're trying to figure this stuff out, and if this is something, what we're going to do is we're going to have to get these 2 videos to the Jenkins-X people. Be like, here's 2 professional engineers trying to use your software, right? Like that's
so big.
The point. Yeah.
So it says from CentOS 7.
Where does Minikube install itself?
Minikube.
Yeah, like maybe we can go see if the directory that Minikube's running from is getting bigger or something like that, right?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, true. So there's a Minikube folder.
Yeah.
Machines. Oh, that's a. How about ls minus la ls minus hs home.minikube. Wow, this is going to be a big hack. /star /star.
You try du space dash sh dot minikube.
Oh yeah. 2.9 gig at the moment.
Take out the H. Take out the H.
Yeah. You want it in bytes, don't you? Not human readable.
Yeah, and then do it again. Nope, it's just stuck there. She's not changing.
Maybe it's done. Is it done?
No.
Let me that describe command again. Oh, still pulling. After 13 minutes. So where do my documents go? Minikube. There's also, I do believe you can tunnel in with this command. Oh, it's quite laggy in here. Where am I? Home Docker. Oh. If I do, let's see if this is getting bigger from inside.
Mm.
There's probably an innuendo in there somewhere. So I wonder if this is getting bigger. Ah.
Is your laptop okay? Bring up an activity monitor.
It's quite noisy at the moment. It's very noisy. It's getting hot. All right, so it's up to some good stuff, you know.
Mm.
Memory, disk. How about disk? Network. Let's do received packets. That's my VPN.
The VBox headless. The VBox headless is the actual thing doing the job. According to that, 200 megs.
I thought I'd have more than that. Because at best rate, it'll take 100 minutes if it's been 10 minutes. And it's 2 gig. This is just going to be like a stream where we just download Jenkins-X. I think it might be. Do you want to give it a try, JJ? See if you can reproduce my steps. How's your environment?
It's all still jacked up. I haven't done the homework. I didn't do the homework.
Okay.
But I'd be curious. Let me. Do I still have my Kubernetes cluster up? Let me double check. Because in theory, what I could do is I could try to use my Kubernetes cluster again and try to pull from there. Try the JX admin operator. If you want to bring up Tmux, hold on, I'm still doing stuff though.
Okay, I'm just going to put a link in to the issue about the image being so large, just so they can get a discussion going.
Well, sometimes, a stream comes out with just an issue.
So you're going to try it on your AKS environment, JJ?
I think so. I think that's what. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get JX installed first. I think.
I don't think it'll work, and the reason I say it is because I think James Rawlins is going to produce a compatibility matrix. He doesn't believe IBM Cloud's been sufficiently tested at the moment. Here we go. So your results may vary more than mine vary. Now, my monitor still I've got. So I'm like 273 megabytes, JJ. Now, if it's a 2 gigabyte file, and that is an accurate representation, this will indeed not be done by the next hour. Which fills them with great pain and sadness. Hey, James here. Quite a while. First time on Minikube, yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me share my screen here.
Okay, go ahead.
Hang on. Where'd Zoom go? Share screen. All right. So this get pods. Oops. Pods. So here's a Kubernetes cluster that we're running here. Oops. I don't even remember what those things are, but we need to install JX first here.
Yep, you need to download a binary. It gives you a few helpful bash commands to do. It's like a curl and a move and that's it, I think. But yeah, bear in mind there's no steps for cloud on Jenkins-X 3 as far as I know. Not in this part of the docs.
Okay, well let's go on an adventure, sir.
Okay.
Happy.
And are you SSH'd into your Linux box?
Yeah, you can hop in if you want to.
No, I'm good. I can sort of watch and observe.
So JX, there we go. We got JX installed. All right,
Cool.
let me move this over here and this over here because it looks like our faces are in the way.
Yeah, and then if you go to that Jenkins-X guide, I don't know how to do the infrastructure bit, but you might want to just skip it and go straight to its operator and see if it actually gets pulled quicker than it did for me.
Oh, hold on. Can you send me your repo real quick so I can just clone it down?
Yeah, it's github.com aroberts/adamcool. Yep.
Oh, we need to go in and change that, don't we?
Yeah. I think what you would eventually do in a real system is you get the ingress IP of yourself, and we'd use that instead of my Minikube IP.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah.
IBM cluster get. I'm just playing cluster KS. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, computer. Do your job. There we go. And here's the subdomain. Copy. There we go. All right, so JX admin operator. Eh?
But JX itself is executable, right?
Yeah.
Let me just screenshot that and give it to James.
Yeah, like that's new. Or is it because I did the HTTP not SSH and it has to push stuff back on SSH?
What was that? Sorry, JJ.
I'm grasping at straws. Hang on.
Because that shouldn't do any auth stuff yet because it's not yet prompted you for a name and a token.
Can
you just do JX admin on its own, JJ?
Nope.
Because I think I wonder if admin is a plugin or if that's a command to the JX binary.
Well, if you do JX, it doesn't come up here, which is weird. Installs GitHub in the cluster, and I'm supposed to run it inside of this. And I get a permission denied, but it doesn't tell me why.
So when you do JX on its own, it doesn't say admin as a command, does it?
Correct.
But it is. Is that a hyphen? Is that JX hyphen admin operator?
Yeah, this is like a plugin. JX. If I go out of the directory and run JX admin, now it's just not letting me do it all.
So who are you, JJ? Who am I? Who are you?
Are you a normal user?
And you can touch files because you always use this one, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I did a git clone, so yeah, you can touch things. How strange. What the permission refers to then?
Yeah, now it doesn't work at all.
So did we miss a step for installing the operator?
I'm starting to think we did, but that doesn't make any sense because I just pulled down the Jenkins-X CLI.
Yep. So you went and got a binary for 3 dot something.
And I just did this.
Yeah, and you can do normal JX. So now you won't be able to do JX admin.
So that works.
So if I do JX admin on my Mac, let me see if it prompted for anything.
Permission denied. Is there like a log or something?
There was no prompt when I do JX admin on its own. It's not like saying, you know, what's your password? You must be a root user.
So if I go back to especially Robert, GitHub, Roberts, and pool sudo jx admin. Operator. Where did my password go? Copy.
Oh, it's not a roots path, is it? It's only on your local path. There's tmux.
Oh, crap. Okay, so let's try. This is just like mean.
Yeah, but we have to bear in mind no one tested it before an IBM cloud, so you are a true trailblazer, I think, here, JJ.
Story of my life, my friend. Story
Yeah,
of my life.
I'm still pulling. I'm on 450 meg. Oh, I got image pull back off actually. Image pull back off. What? Oh man, I got no space left on device.
Oh,
Oh man, so my Minikube cluster.
my
Too small.
Kubernetes is unreachable.
Is it?
Did we, Adam? I think we failed again, man. I think that's really the only answer we have here. Like, this just ain't working. All right, so what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Well, we can't use Minikube because it takes forever unless we're in advance.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to use Minikube because I don't want to use Google Cloud yet or another cloud. And the instructions do say infrastructure Minikube. So I think I just need a bigger Minikube cluster with the recommended disk space. I cheated because it was taking a while to create. I only give it 4 gig disk space. You know, 150 gig. I can give it only 50 gigabytes of disk space. I can do the admin operator command to install the Git operator now,
Mm-hmm.
and then like in a week or a few days when it's actually pulled.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, then we continue the stream.
No. Just throwing this out here. I could spin up a bare metal machine on the IBM cloud, install VirtualBox on there, and then install Minikube on that machine, and basically just turn into one massive Minikube cluster.
But how would that be any better than what I'm going to do?
It would be in the IBM cloud, so it's not on your home network. We'll still be able to pull down. And if I do it from the Team Xbox,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
you know, I mean, that's something I have as resources. I can easily use cloud resources for this.
And you can then get webhooks working.
Well, let's not bite off more than we can chew. Let's actually get.
I'm biting off all that. I'm biting everything at this point. I think if you do that, I think then you'll be really good. You'll be the absolute king of Jenkins-X on IBM Cloud.
So Minikube.
I like that plan.
Bare metal. So I'm taking a note because I'm not going to do this right now. This is going to take me a couple hours to get together. Bare metal mini IBM cloud. So what we could do, if you want to target next week, are you free next week around this time?
I am indeed.
Okay, how about we target next week for another stream? That gives us 7 days to get everything up and running again. And then we will try it again. I mean, that's what we got to do, right?
I'm going to basically get a bigger Minikube cluster. You're going to get a good IBM Cloud Minikube cluster. We're going to try it with the images pre-pulled, hopefully, on both of our machines, and really see if Jenkins-X 3 can be made to work and do some cool stuff with Tecton, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
At least you've learned our lesson that Minikube is really slow at pulling things, and push and denied is what you've learned, JJ.
Yeah, that's just a weird one.
Well, how will that be resolved for next week's stream for you?
Well, I'm not going to run it from my laptop, or I'm not going to.
Oh, you're going to run it on IBM Cloud.
Yeah, I'm going to run it on IBM Cloud, and I'll make some time to actually go through myself too. I say that we give this one more try, and then we can start pulling in some Jenkins-X people.
I think so.
I think it's reasonable enough to say that we should, because this is not ideal.
Yeah, it's difficult and it's really big and biggest on like unsupported environments at the moment. But it can't be that rare for the people on Minikube to be testing things out as well. It's just, it needs like a little disclaimer saying, warning, it's going to take forever to pull. So, go and put the kettle on and come back in a few hours.
Pretty much.
All right, JJ. So, yeah, we've learned our lesson.
Yep. All right. And just for completion's sake, I will be publishing this to the CD Foundation Twitch channel, or it's not YouTube channel here in a little bit. So we'll at least have this for historical sake of our wonderful journey through this issues, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. All right. You want to say bye?
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. And if you are going to CDCon next week or in 2 weeks, it's on the 7th, please do go to my talk. You'll learn about the Tecton community, learn a few things, and I hope to see you all in the live Q&A. That's it from me.
Cool. All right. Well, signing off. I guess saying goodbye. Bye.
Yep. Bye, folks.